Hey guys, so if you are here, that means you are wondering, should I retake the LSAT? You might be a retester, or you're just wondering, how would multiple scores affect your application process? So I'm here to talk about a few things to consider when making that decision. So the question of should I retake the LSAT? These are the things that you want to consider before you actually go ahead and register to decide to retake the LSAT. I have some notes here, so I'll reach over here and there to kind of like gather myself with that. But generally, if you have practiced and you are scoring within a certain range of taking an amount of practice tests and within your score band, you score significantly lower than where you were in your practice test, yes, definitely retake the LSAT, because that means that you definitely can do better. And something could have affected your score on test day. Were you sick? Was your test center pretty noisy? Anxiety. So maybe your first time you got that anxiety out and now you're ready to go for the next time that you'll score better in your band. Maybe the test center, predicaments affected your score. And then there's that option of maybe you just didn't prep enough. So you know that you can consider this. If you take the exam and you don't score in the range that you want to, but then when you really think about it, I could have done more study and I could have done better, then you should retake the LSAT once more. But you have to make sure that you're altering your testing prep. You must alter the way that you prepared for the test the first time in order to make improvements the second time. You cannot repeatedly do the same thing and expect different results. Okay, trust me, I can tell you. So one, if you didn't prep as much as you could have and you didn't get that score that you're happy with, retake. If you scored significantly lower than where your average was before with your testing band during your PT, then retake. Do not retake if you scored within, like, depending on the school that you want to go to, if you're above that area, there's 75 percentile, there's no reason for you to retake the exam. So for example, law schools have a 25%, 50%, and 75 percentile of the class before the year that you're probably going to be applying. So you can look at that class profile and you'll see that, okay, this school, they're 25 percentile, 25% of their students scored at a 155. 50% of their students scored at a 160. That 75th percentile at like 165 or whatever the case may be. If you're in that area where you've scored better than 75% of the students that were admitted in the previous class, then you don't need to retake the test. Of course, with a good letter of recommendation, your personal statement, all those other things being solid, chances are you are going to get into that school. So don't stress, don't worry about retaking that exam. And even if you are within the range of, let's say, the 50 percentile and you have a good GPA and a good solid application, apply to the school. Depending, you want to reach out to the school to see how they feel about retakes. So if you took the exam, you're in their median range or so, you can go ahead and submit your application and then decide to give them a call and see, if you can take the exam that's coming after if you want to improve yourself, improve your score. How does multiple test scores affect your application process? So schools generally, from my research, what I have gotten is that schools are going to take your highest score. So if you took the LSAT 2 times, 3 times, whatever, because it's unlimited now. Before there were a restriction on how many times you could take the LSAT within a certain period, but now you can take it as many times as possible. The school will take your highest score. Every school that I have contacted and asked that question, the answer that I've gotten is that they will be taking your highest score to determine your eligibility in that class, and your highest score is what's going to be reported on their ABA 509 report. So multiple scores do not affect your application in a negative way as long as you have one of your scores, the is in the general area of what that school is looking for. Now, with that being said, I'm not saying go and take the LSAT 10 times, just keep taking it, whatever, whatever. Even if you take the LSAT 7 times, whatever is your predicament, I don't know. I'm not discouraging anyone, whether you took it for a second time, a third time, whatever. I would probably write an addenda in my application to explain why you had to take the exam that many times. You need to give an explanation, a little bit of insight behind it, so they, don't just say, okay, well, this applicant isn't serious. Like, all right, we've been here over and over again. What's changing? Like, give yourself the ability to explain that and be your own advocate on behalf of why your scores weren't where you knew you were capable of scoring. So those are the tips that I have. So consider those things and go ahead and retake the test if you feel like you have the ability to do better. If you feel like something impacted you drastically on the test day, retake the LSAT. It does not kick you in the behind for retaking it. If you do get into a law school as well, and you already are accepted, you can retake the exam. With a higher score, you can negotiate for scholarships. I have had that confirmed from multiple law schools that I contacted as well. So if you're already accepted and you feel like, you want to go ahead and take that exam again because you can do better, you are putting yourself in a position where you can get more money or achieve some scholarships if you haven't before with your previous scores that you got in with. So don't give up on yourself and do not leave any stones unturned for the LSAT. Try to dominate that test because it can really, alleviate a lot of the financial stresses that come with law school. The higher your score, the more likely you are to get scholarships. And what's to stop you from, improving your score other than yourself? So I am an advocate I am a LSAT retaker, and I am an advocate for retaking the LSAT to give your best shot at it. So yeah, that's my advice for that. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to all my old subbies, and to my new subbies and viewers, please subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram at soon-to-be Esquire, that is SOON, 2B_ESQ. And don't forget to also like and share my videos with other people that may be interested in law school. If you're in undergrad and you're a part of a PAD organization or anything like that, let all your members know. Let everyone know about my channel because I have a lot of useful information to help beginners and people throughout the LSAT process. And I'll continue this while I'm in law school to help you navigate, to becoming an attorney, to be that Esquire, right? So thank you guys so much again for watching my channel, and I'll see you guys in another video.